I was renting this big old Victorian house in the center of the city, and one night a knock on the door, and this couple came along. They said, "Hey, man, we heard you'd be a good guy to crash with." And I said, "Sure, why not?" And they came in with their three young sons and stayed several days. I don't remember that there were any kind of problem, but the year was 1966, and that's how things went on the west coast of Canada. And when they left, they said, "Hey, we're going to this place in the far south of Mexico, and here's where we'll be." And so, if you want to join us, you will be there for quite a while. And then a month or so later, I was getting itchy feet, and I was terribly unhappy with something or other. So I hopped a Greyhound bus for San Diego. In San Diego, somehow I got across the border into Tijuana. I found the Tres Estrellas de Oros, the Three Gold Stars bus system, and that got me over a period of something like 2 days, I think, to Mexico City. And Mexico City was warned, 50 years ago by architects and other forward thinkers that they were at the bottom of a cereal bowl, and if they kept up all this pollution with all these cars and so on, they would soon be covered in smog. And sure enough, I remember the bus approaching Mexico. You couldn't see Mexico City. You saw a brown miasm, like a syrup or something, and we drove right into the syrup, and that was, the fog or smog or whatever it was. Anyway, somehow in Mexico City, I don't know how I figured this out, but I figured out how to get across the city to another bus station and take another kind of rural bus to the city of Oaxaca, the capital city of the province of Oaxaca, almost in the next country, in Guatemala. And then I got a local bus with chickens and goats and a million people to this little village, Titlan del Valle. And the driver said, "You're here," in Spanish, and I got out and I stood there and he drove away. And when the dust cleared, I realized that I was standing in the middle of nothing. So I walked into wasn't much of a village, into this gathering of, houses or whatever, and kept saying, "Familia Gringos." Well, the catch was, of course, that nobody spoke English, of course, and 75% of the people didn't even speak Spanish. They spoke Zapotec, an ancient rural Indian language. Anyway, I stayed with these folks for several months, 3 months. We never ate meat. We ate black beans that shimmered like blue, like the color of a bull in a bull ring. And we lay in hammocks and plucked and ate pomegranates, and the toilets emptied directly into the arroyo, and the pigs seemed very happy with that. They were roaming around freely. A Zapotec girl named Guadalupe came in every morning and swept the dirt floor. Quite wonderful. One day I was standing by the arroyo, and this young boy came along with a knapsack. He was like the Indian version of Huck Finn, and I said, "Where are you going?" He said, "I'm going home." And I said, "Where's that?" And he pointed. He was going uphill into the mountains. And I said, "How long?" And he said, 2 days. Different world, folks, okay? Many of the black ink drawings that I made on that trip have been since framed, and they're on the wall of my study. Pickle. Times, places, they're all different. We have to be open to what's in front of us. Opportunity knocks. Go through the door. See what's doing.